The arena lights dimmed, and a hush fell over the crowd. The golden glow from the spotlights shimmered across the polished stage floor of America's Got Talent. Simon Cowell, as usual, sat in the front row with his piercing gaze, arms crossed, ready to critique, ready to judge. The tension in the air was palpable, thousands of eyes were glued to the stage, cameras capturing every second, and 100 emotions flickered across the faces in the audience. Backstage, Anna sat trembling on a worn stool, her hands twisting the hem of her dress. She was 15, small for her age, with an innocent face that hid a storm of nerves. Her journey to this stage had been nothing short of miraculous. Born into a family struggling with financial hardship, she had spent her childhood singing in cramped living rooms and crowded subway stations. Music was her sanctuary, her escape from the harsh realities of life. "Anna, it's your turn," whispered her manager, a kind-hearted man named David, who had discovered her singing at a local talent show and had spent the last 3 years nurturing her raw talent. Anna nodded, swallowing hard, feeling the weight of her dreams and the fear of failure collide inside her chest. She stepped onto the stage, the bright lights almost blinding her, and took a deep breath. The first notes of the piano filled the room. It was a song Anna had written herself, a haunting melody that told the story of her struggles, her loneliness, and her hope. Her voice was soft at first, trembling like a fragile flame, but as she continued, it gained strength, clarity, and raw emotion. Simon's brow furrowed slightly. He had seen thousands of acts in his career, many talented, many forgettable. But there was something in Anna's voice, a depth, an authenticity, that made him pause. The audience was captivated, holding their breath as Anna's voice carried every ounce of her pain and resilience. Halfway through, her voice cracked, tears brimming in her eyes. She didn't falter. Instead, she embraced the emotion, letting it flow into every note. The camera zoomed in on Simon's face. His usual smirk was gone, replaced by an expression of shock and disbelief. David, backstage, had tears streaming down his face. He had believed in her, yes, but even he couldn't have predicted this level of impact. Anna's song was more than a performance, it was a story, a confession, a plea for recognition, and a testament to her survival. As she hit the final note, the room erupted. The audience rose to their feet, clapping, cheering, some openly crying. Simon sat frozen for a moment, his fingers tapping the armrest nervously. He had seen many talented singers, but something about Anna's authenticity cut deeper than mere technical skill. The judges exchanged glances. Some smiled warmly, some wiped tears discreetly. Simon leaned forward, his eyes glinting with intensity. Anna waited, heart pounding, wondering if she had overstepped, if her emotions had been too raw. Then, with a grin that seemed almost uncharacteristic, Simon stood abruptly, hitting the golden buzzer. The golden light flashed around him as the entire audience gasped. Anna's jaw dropped. She fell to her knees, tears spilling down her cheeks. She couldn't believe it, this was her dream, coming true before her very eyes. Simon had just sent her straight to the live shows, skipping rounds, making her journey to stardom official. "Anna," Simon said, his voice uncharacteristically soft, "I've seen many singers, but I've never felt someone's story the way I felt yours tonight. That was extraordinary." Anna clutched her chest, overwhelmed by emotion. The reality of the moment finally sank in. After years of struggle, rejection, and sacrifice, she had done it. She had touched hearts, including Simon Cowell's notoriously hard-won. Backstage, Anna's legs shook as she was embraced by David. Cameras flashed, reporters clamored for interviews, and social media exploded with clips of her performance. The phrase, "Anna's golden buzzer," was trending worldwide within minutes. But behind the celebration, Anna felt something deeper, a mixture of relief, pride, and the lingering sting of vulnerability. She had laid herself bare, and the world had responded with awe. But now, the pressure loomed larger than ever. "David, I can't believe it," Anna whispered, still in shock. "Do you think you'll be able to keep up? The live shows, the pressure, the expectations." David held her hands firmly. "Anna, look at me. You've already done the impossible tonight. You've moved millions of people, and you've shown the world your heart. The journey ahead won't be easy, but you're ready. And no matter what happens, I'm proud of you." As they spoke, Simon appeared behind them, quietly observing. Anna turned, startled, unsure if he had come to give more critique or perhaps to leave. Instead, Simon crouched to her level, his expression soft. "You have something very rare, Anna," he said, almost whispering. "Talent, yes, but more importantly, courage. You let the world see you, your pain, and your hope. Not many can do that. Remember this feeling. It will guide you, even when things get hard." Anna nodded, tears flowing freely now. She realized that this was more than just a competition, it was a defining moment in her life, one that could change everything. In the following days, media outlets scrambled to cover her story. Interviews, magazine features, social media posts, they all portrayed Anna as the teen sensation who stunned Simon Cowell. But for Anna, the true victory wasn't the fame, it was the courage to show the world her authentic self. At home, in the quiet of her small bedroom, Anna sat at her piano and began writing again. The golden buzzer moment had given her a platform, but her heart still had stories to tell. Each note she played, each lyric she wrote, was infused with gratitude, hope, and the unwavering belief that her voice could change lives. Weeks later, as she prepared for the live shows, Anna reflected on the night she had moved a legend like Simon Cowell to tears. She realized that the journey wasn't just about winning, it was about touching hearts, inspiring courage, and embracing vulnerability. That realization fueled her determination, and Anna vowed that no matter what happened next, she would always sing from the heart. The story of Anna's golden buzzer performance became an inspiration for millions. Messages poured in from young singers, from struggling families, from people who had lost hope. They all saw themselves in Anna. And in that, she discovered her true power, the ability not just to sing, but to heal, to inspire, and to connect humanity through the raw, emotional force of music. And as the camera caught her backstage once more, smiling through her tears, Anna whispered to herself, "This is only the beginning."